Welcome back to Word on the Street, I guess. My name's Emo Evie, if you really care. Pre-sale tickets are available for Holiday Spectacular. I guess go if you have the holiday spirit. Picture Day is October 8th. Dress nice and stuff. Homecoming is October 11th. Be there or be square, or maybe a parallelogram or a circle or something. Hades Town auditions are October 6th to the 10th. I guess that's pretty cool, the underworld and stuff. I don't know. Farmers Day Parade, it's October 25th. It's pretty spooky. I don't know, it gets kind of cold. And a reminder for all the freshmen, the Ren Fair trip is October 9th, so I guess you should probably pay attention to that. They have some spooky creatures. If you want to stay on the loop, keep a lookout for events in the BISFA Google Calendar. I guess that's it, so it's time for my rock break.
In my head, yeah, we'll sing a freedom song. Under stars, the streetlights glow. This is home, we'll never outgrow.
Hi, I am Mrs. Schilling, and I am the Library Media Specialist here at Barbara Ingram School for the Arts. But in addition to that, I am a reader, and I find writing to be a sacred art. So today I welcome you to The Reader and the Writer.
Hi, my name is Bristol. I'm a junior in the Creative Writing Department at Barbara Ingram School for the Arts, and I submitted a poem for Miss Schilling to read, and we're going to talk about it from two different points of view.
Actually, I'm going to throw another question at you first.
Cool.
Bristol, why do words matter?
There is a quote somewhere that I don't remember the exact origin of or exactly how it goes, but it says, to live is to die and to language is to live. So the way that we as human beings go about our life is through communication. And whether that's in different languages or talking to different people, it's writing is the expression of your feelings, and your feelings, whether they're internal or put into words, music, anything like that. Words matter because they portray who you are and what things have the potential to be, and it really humanizes anything.
And I love that because when I read the words that are written down, it just expands my understanding of humanity and also of myself.
Yeah.
I want to know, do you have a favorite word?
My favorite word is probably, I don't know. When I was really little, I really liked saying metamorphosis a lot.
Okay.
But I don't really particularly have a favorite word. I like
Very
all the
transformative.
words. Yeah. I like all the words.
That's really great. When did you know that this was going to be an art form that was really meaningful for you?
Probably, well, I have loved literature and language as far as I can remember, and part of that was because I was really not very skillful in anything that wasn't language and literature, so I kind of realized that was my lane. Mm-hmm. But my mom always tells me that when I was really little, she took me into a bookstore, and I started looking at books, and I told her, I'm going to read all the books in the world one day. And then when I was in middle school, I used to write all the time on any pieces of paper. Sometimes I wouldn't do my work. I would just just write little things. And they would notice how I would lose track of things that I was supposed to be doing and think about the things that would overtake my brain. I had so much creative expression that I just wanted to get it out. So I would almost brain dump these words. So it was honestly from early childhood that I realized that was something that I was supposed to do.
So as a reader, I have that sense of, I know there will not be enough time in my lifetime to read everything that I want to read,
right.
But I am working on it. So one of the things I really loved reading was your poem.
Thank you.
And I want and can't wait to talk about what I see as the theme and what emotions it brought to me. But for our audience, I invite you now to share a little bit of, or all of, and what it's about to you, Low Tide.
Okay, so a little bit of background information about low tide. It is a contrapuntal poem, contra meaning two, puntal meaning point or part, which is two parts. So when you're writing fundamentally a contrapuntal poem, you have two sections which can be read solely by themselves, but they also blend together. So I'm going to read part one, part two, and they're going to go together afterwards.
I thought it was just one poem. You won't be able to see this probably, audience, but I was a little confused why it was written like this, but now it makes sense.
I thought about writing being like, hey, just so you know, it's this, but
you had me fooled.
Low tide, starting with part one, and then I'll say part two. Okay. I sat and watched as waves crashed onto an empty shadow-casted beach. If you were here with me, we would probably stand with little pebbles poking our feet, if only I knew it would be the last time. Part two, the mounds of golden ground beneath me seemed to whisper a song only I could hear. I know you would have heard it too, ankle deep in low tide, spotting seashells, picking through the ones we'd take home. I would have stayed longer. And then line by line horizontally it says, I sat and watched as waves crash onto the mounds of golden ground beneath me. An empty shadow-casted beach seemed to whisper a song only I could hear. If you were here with me, I know you would have heard it too. We would probably stand ankle deep in low tide, spotting seashells with little pebbles poking our feet, picking through the ones we'd take home. If only I knew it would be the last time, I would have stayed longer. Thank you.
So
thank you.
The first thing that struck me was the beautiful alliteration. You have the golden ground beneath me, which anyone who's on the beach knows of the sand dunes, and then the pebbles poking into your feet when you get into that gritty part of the ocean and you're like, oh, I should have worn sandals. But also some beautiful language like this whisper. Oh, one more alliteration, the spotting of seashells, which...
Sibilance. Here we go.
And I am a shell seeker myself,
Yeah,
so
I love
like
seashells.
I could put myself into the poem geographically.
That's awesome.
And then the last line of, if I had only known it would be the last time, I would have stayed longer, then now I'm longing. What am I longing for? What are you longing for?
So in poetry, there's often something called a volta, which is a shift or a change at or near the end of a piece. So when I was writing this, I was really going for the sensory evocative language to almost mask that longing and mask that sadness and have it introduced somewhat at the end. So I wasn't I didn't particularly put a name to the face of the we or the you that I wrote in this poem. It was necessarily more up to reader interpretation. Could you imprint a memory that you had, or a person that you thought of, or a thing that you thought of, a memory, and put it in the place of the value of you here? And you saying that you can geographically place yourself in the poem is my ultimate goal every time that I write something, because I always want people to feel like they are necessarily farther in than just looking at the page. They're feeling the page. They're internalizing the writing itself. Is mainly my creative process.
When I was growing up in South Texas, you could just like drive to the beach, and then you could drive out on the beach, and then you could throw your sleeping bag on the beach and grab out your white bread and peanut butter and jelly and whatever you needed and lay under the stars. I don't think you can do that anymore. Beaches are kind of now commercialistic, pay to park, and rules are everywhere. But your poem took me to that space, and sometimes I'd be there with a boyfriend, and then the next time I'd go, no boyfriend. And so I thought the title Low Tide might have been a nod to that change at the end that was a longing.
So Low Tide.
Talk about the title.
Low Tide, the title, it kind of comes through. You did pick up on the symbolism of it a little bit. Other than the fact that it is directly mentioned in the writing. Low tide is, if you've ever been around a beach when it's low tide, it's not desirable. It's kind of dirty. It's kind of not fun. It's kind of like you're still at the beach, but it's like, okay, the conditions aren't good. And that's what kind of ties into that last line of this person being at the beach and reliving all these memories at the beach, and it's their last time. And they're thinking about it now from a past tense point of view. And just like an ocean, emotions change. They go up, they go down, they can go out, they can crash. It's kind of just tying into the value of life and how you can reflect it towards nature and emotions.
Thank you, Bristol.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for this beautiful, beautiful poem.
Thank you so much.
And writing it and bringing it into my life and then sharing it with us to our BISFA community. Let's do this again sometime.
Yes, I would love to.
Okay. Back to you.
Don't tell my boyfriend. I know, I was like, she's gonna think it's from June.
This is a homecoming proposal to one and one only, Ann McDonald.
What? What?
2, 1.
Baby, 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 oh, baby, 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 oh, baby, 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 oh, I thought you'd always be mine.
At homecoming. Please, Ann, please! Please!
Say yes! Please say yes! Say yes! Say yes! Come on, Ann! Sure, Zane!
Do it right now.